Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto with Francesco. Today we are talking about Bitcoin's next big move. If you guys like the content, make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. So first, I would like to say right now, a lot of investors are extremely bullish, right? I'm saying that on Twitter, right, on X. I'm also saying that on YouTube. So they believe we are going like straight into a new rally, right? And I understand why. Bitcoin has strong fundamentals. Institutional adoption is growing. Bitcoin ETFs change the market, right? And we are getting closer like to the next major phase of this cycle. But I think there is one more I think there is one thing most people are ignoring. The possibility of one final shakeout before the next bull market begins. I think it's like pretty much obvious, right? So my Bitcoin scenario for the rest of the year, I think I already told you guys in my previous videos, right? So I would like to say it again. Here's my current view. I don't expect Bitcoin to make a straight new higher from here, right? I believe we could see a period of sideways, right? Like price action until Q4. Like I believe we might see like sideways, like sideways like that, right? And then I also believe it will be like continue until Q4. A lot of people might get bored. A lot of investors might lose patience, and that's usually when the market starts making the biggest moves, because Bitcoin really gives people on easy path, right? It usually creates maximum pain first. And then it's just making its moves. Historically, Bitcoin has always had strong emotional cycles. When everything looks easy, people become too confident. When the market becomes scary, and also people start selling, and that's usually when the biggest opportunities appear. My expectation is that Q4 could bring one final capitulation event, a strong correction where weak hands panic sell, a moment where many investors start believing that the bull market is over. But sometimes the moment when people lose hope is exactly when the next cycle begins. So let's look at the Bitcoin's history, right? If you look at the Bitcoin history, you will notice that we are exactly actually 2022 July, right? It's not like 26 July, but it's like 2022 July. It's like carbon copy, right? And also you might check it out, 2018 July, which is here. It was also like pretty similar, right? It was also pretty similar. And I would like to say that after July, we have seen like always a new drop, new bottom, right? Like one more capitulation. So let's look at the history. If you look at if you look at it like 2018, after the July, we had like new bottom around $3,000, right? It was a dip back then. And if you look at the 2022, after the July, we have also new bottom on November, right? It was back then $15,000. So the question is, right now, we are just closing to July, right, today. And if we make the math, right, if you make the math, you will see that after the July, we have like pretty much like around 30% drop, right? And if we calculate it from here to around 30%, it will be pretty much here, right? So my guess, I already told you that we have here like strong, like really giant support zone, right? Like really strong. Actually, I think it's the strongest support zone of Bitcoin. And it's the price is $48,000. Of course, it doesn't mean like Bitcoin has to touch $48,000, but I wouldn't be surprised if Bitcoin like had one more 30% drop from here, or I don't know, from 70, from 65, right? Like I believe Bitcoin might touch around that level, around that bubble. I believe we will enter in that bottom, right? So, and of course, it doesn't mean just wait the like perfect bottom. Like no one knows where is the bottom or where is the bottom, right? And also, no one can buy from the like exact bottom. So my strategy is I'm just making a DCA Bitcoin. I'm just DCAing Bitcoin for the second half of the midterm year, right? Because in 2018, many people thought Bitcoin was finished. Also in 2020, the COVID crash created extreme fear. And 2022, after the FTX collapse, confidence disappeared. But every single time, Bitcoin eventually recovered and started a new cycle. The market needs sellers. It needs fear. It needs people who give up, right? Because that's how strong hands accumulate. The reason I'm watching this closely is because of the bigger picture. Bitcoin cycles are connected to halving. After every halving, the market usually enters a new phase. If we see one more major correction this year, I believe that could be the final stage of this cycle. And we will enter the next cycle, right? And after that, we could enter a new accumulation period and prepare for the next post-halving bull market. So my strategy, as I say like earlier, so what I'm doing, right? I'm not chasing green candles. I'm not buying because of FOMO. I'm waiting for the best opportunities, and I'm also DCing Bitcoin in second half of the midterm year, right? My strategy is simple: be patient, manage risk, just create a plan and stick to it, right? And be ready when the market gives opportunities, because the biggest gains in Bitcoin history usually comes when people were afraid. So this is my current Bitcoin outlook. I believe we could see sideways movement until Q4, and I believe there is a possibility of one final capitulation event, and after that, we could see the beginning of a new Bitcoin cycle. Of course, this is only my personal opinion and not financial advice. I want to know also your opinion. Do you think Bitcoin has one more big drop coming, or do you think the bull market continues, or we will enter the next cycle right in the summer of 2026? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. And also, I would like to share with you guys that we have here 200-week moving average and also bear market resistance. So let me just clean all the rows. So if you look at the bigger picture, we are just trading between bear market resistance and 200-week moving average. So also, if you think like 2022, you will see that in July we were exactly the same place where we are right now, right? And then they have just break down, as I say, around 30%. So guys, just be cautious, right? Just be cautious. Always make your own research. And also I would like to say, like, don't go all in, right? I never go all in. I never go all in. Just don't go all in. I'm just buying partly, right? I'm just buying little by little, like every month. But as I say, like in my previous videos and also earlier, I'm just making DCA. I'm just DCAing Bitcoin actually second half of the midterm years, right? Because I think it's the best. I think it's the best strategy for me, for myself, right? So, as I say, always be patient and always be cautious. Yeah, I think I don't need to say again, but I will just remind you: these are not financial advice. It doesn't matter how I'm telling the things, like or how much I have confidence, right? Doesn't matter for you actually. I'm just a guy who is speaking on YouTube, right? So that's why always make your own research, right? And don't trust anybody. So guys, thanks a lot. It was all for today. If you guys like the content, make sure to subscribe to the channel and like the video. I'll see you tomorrow.